Hi there, I'm Kathryn Wood. Welcome to the second of 5 videos we've recorded for you on innovation. This video is about where to look for opportunities to innovate in your organization. Often we think the only innovation that matters in contemporary marketplaces is the big new scientific discovery or a new product that completely disrupts a particular market or industry. So those of us in smaller organizations might think that innovation is a game that we can't play. Not so. To know where to look for innovation opportunities in our own organizations, we can take some hints from the description of innovation used by the OECD, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. With this description, the OECD is giving examples of where to look for innovation. First, you can look at your product or your service. How could you change or significantly improve what you're offering? And by improve, we mean deliver better value. For instance, if you sell equipment, can you figure out a way to extend a product's useful life, make it more durable, make it possible to change out parts that tend to wear out most often and reduce downtime? Can you help your customers get either new parts or consumables faster to keep them in operation as much as possible? Can you strip away features that your customers don't use and don't want to pay for? I'm thinking, for instance, of a university-based startup that developed and commercialized a piece of lab equipment. Their original market was commercial laboratories, but they soon realized that by stripping out some features that university labs didn't need, they could open up a second market at a different price point. Now that's product innovation. Can you add features that your customers would use and would pay for? The automotive sector does this by allowing you to go online and choose a base model of one of their automobiles and then add other features you'd like. Maybe you just want a car that gets you from A to B as safely and economically as possible. If so, maybe the base model is perfect for you. But perhaps you want a sunroof or roof racks, on the fly all-wheel drive, maybe something special in exterior styling. Is there a way for your customers to tell you what they really want and are willing to pay for? And implement this in a way that no one else in your market is doing. That's the key. These days, many organizations are finding that even if you have a pretty good product, it's not enough. Almost always, you need to provide one or more services that help your customer or client use it more effectively or less expensively. Maybe it's installation instructions, maybe it's full-on staff training, maybe the services, taking back packaging or the product itself when its useful life is done. What services do you already provide in conjunction with a physical product or on a standalone basis? Some of these services may be paid services or offered on a complementary basis because doing so sets you apart from the competitors. For instance, if you sell ink cartridges for office printers, are they refillable? Can you return the cartridge after it's depleted? That's a simple example, but one that you should think about in relation to your own product. How can you redesign your product or add services to remove any irritations that your customers may be experiencing with your product? That's important. If your customers get irritated or dissatisfied, they may take a closer look at a competitor that's already figured out a way to address that particular concern. Maybe your services are your products. Think computer maintenance, transportation, professional services, education, healthcare. Most of these industries are services more than physical products. All the same opportunities to innovate are just as relevant for service businesses as they are for product-oriented businesses. Look for ways to make your services more valuable to your customers. What features can you change to offer greater benefit to your customers? How can you customize your service so your customers can choose what they most want and are willing to pay for? Second, can you improve your production process in a way that no one else in your market space has yet done, including you? We call this process innovation. For instance, not long ago, carpet manufacturers all used liquid dyeing processes, solutions, to add color to carpet fibers. Now it's much more common to use a dry dyeing process, saving an enormous amount of water in the process and reducing, if not eliminating, water pollution. And textiles are now being digitally printed with pigments rather than dyes, again, saving water. I recall a food processing business that saved themselves time and input costs just by changing the order in which ingredients went into their mixture. That one change allowed them to eliminate a step in their process and one ingredient. Both aspects of this process innovation went straight to the bottom line, while still maintaining the quality of their product. This wasn't about cutting corners. It was about process innovation. Third, can you market your products or services in a new, innovative way? Can you promote your offerings in a new way? Especially ways that connect you to potential customers faster, more precisely, and with greater engagement than what you're doing now. For instance, event-based marketing isn't new, but it may never have been done before in your product or service category. How could you do that to attract greater attention from your current and prospective customers? Could you get more media attention and convert more prospects to customers if you did? Can you use social media differently? Some businesses are now using interactive social media to encourage customers, current or potential, to help them design or redesign products and services all online. Could you do that? This is called co-creation, and it's one way to make sure that your offerings stay relevant to your market. Some businesses even get prospects to pre-order their product or service. In some categories, if there's sufficient trust or great enough concern about being able to get a scarce product, customers will pay you in advance at least part of the purchase price so that they'll be first in line when the still-to-be-built product comes out. Think Tesla. How could you reach your current or potential customers in a way that no one else is doing? Would a new approach unearth new types of customers, get a conversation going faster than with traditional means, help you see what other products or services might be of interest to that same prospect? Think of Amazon's approach. Okay, let's move on to opportunity number 4, business model innovation. A business model is just the way you organize your business to earn revenue and hopefully profit. By organize, I mean who does what to deliver value to your customer and get paid for doing it. Many of us were raised to think that anything that had to be done to deliver value to our customer would be done by our own company. But that's not the case now. There are supply chains of multiple companies, all of whom have a hand in delivering our product or service to our customers. There are also joint ventures and public-private partnerships in which multiple companies or organizations team up to get the job done for a shared client and share in the revenue stream. In some cases, a business's only role may simply be to connect a customer to someone else who can solve their problem. This kind of business model is called a platform. In this digital era, it's a fast-growing business model. How much of what your customer needs do you want to provide from within your own company? And what do you want or need others to do? Answering this question requires you to think about what part of the customer's needs you're really good at providing and you want to continue to offer, and for what parts you could use some help. Maybe what you most want to do is just help people find the best solutions they can find wherever they come from. People will often pay for that service. What's your business model today? And is there a way to change it for even greater success? Finally, opportunity number 5, distribution system innovation. Can we change the way our customers get our product or service and do it in a way that is faster or more convenient for our customers or more likely to reduce returns? One of the biggest changes in distribution systems is, of course, the rise of online shopping and buying. We used to think that the only way to get what we wanted was to go to the specific store and get what we wanted right there. Not anymore. The rise of e-commerce, people buying online, means that our stores can effectively be open 24 hours a day online. Who would have thought that we'd see such personal products as shoes and eyewear sold online? But we do. More and more, we're realizing that many, but not all, of our customers don't have time to go to a store. And if they do, they want to make the trip really, really worthwhile. So for many businesses, we must look for better ways to get our products into customers' hands as easily as possible. Or we are beefing up the in-store experience, offering something that isn't possible in the online world. Many companies with software products now offer their products via download. You don't have to go to the store anymore to pick it up. And in some cases, a business may deliver right to your door. Is there a better way to get your product to your customers? So, there are 5 different areas to consider as potential sources of innovation in your business. Take 10 or 15 minutes at the end of this video to jot down some ideas that might have come to your mind as I was going through the list. Once you've done that, you'll be ready for video number 3, how do I promote innovation in my own business? I'll see you there.